Hello, I'm Juan Davies, Chief Creative Officer at KCT and PBS SoCal, and I'm joined by the newsroom of KPCC and LAist for a daily reporter roundup. How's everyone today?
Good. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday for sure. Ellie, you've been reporting on people waiting to go to the ER after major events like heart attacks and strokes. What are you hearing?
I've been hearing from ER doctors who say they've seen this concerning trend recently, that they've had patients come in sometimes even days after having a major incident like a stroke or a heart attack. They say patients are worried about going to the ER because of COVID-19, but doctors are urging patients to not delay care in emergencies like this. They say that time really does matter, and they're taking the precautions to protect patients from the virus. Now, ER volumes have been down overall. That makes sense as people are staying home and trauma incidents are down, but doctors have been wondering where all those other patients with medical issues have been. And the concern here is that they may be delaying care or not coming in.
Mariana's also been looking at families delaying more routine pediatric care for their children.
Yeah, I talked to LA County's Director of Pediatric Services, and she says some parents have brought in kids with wounds where it's too late for them to get stitches or fractures that are several days old. The county has switched the majority of kids' appointments to telemedicine, but there are some services that just can't be handled over the phone. For example, vaccines for babies and young children. There's a concern that if parents skip appointments now, they might not catch up, and that could lead to an outbreak of an illness like pertussis in the future. The clinics are taking extra precautions to prevent the spread of illness. That means sick and well patients are using different entrances, and they're providing masks to everyone that comes in.
Another thing our newsroom has been covering closely are government efforts to help house Californians who are unhoused. Matt's been following that really closely for us.
I am, and I want to say that those efforts are happening, but just not as quickly as everyone would have hoped. You may remember last week I told you that LA County was looking to shelter 15,000 people, mostly older and people who already have underlying health conditions who are currently homeless, in hotel rooms. Governor Newsom said something similar the week before. So far in LA County, there have been 1,800 rooms leased, but fewer than a third of those are actually occupied right now. The big challenge is just staffing and building new systems. You figure most hotel rooms don't have kitchens, so when you fill up a new hotel for people to isolate in, it also means you have to figure out how to provide 3 meals a day to people's rooms, and that's not easy. I also want to add that there's advocates for a group called No Vacancy that are pushing to open up more than 15,000 hotel rooms. They want government to try and shelter as many people as they can, everybody who's homeless in California in hotels.
One of our newsroom priorities during this crisis has been answering questions we get from our audience. And today we've answered something like 1,500 questions. Sharon today took a look at a lot of questions coming in about water and the safety of our water supply.
Right. I mean, there's been so much emphasis on washing your hands, but our newsroom's gotten a lot of questions about the tap water we're using to do that washing, including can you get coronavirus from tap water? So I talked to some experts, and it turns out the tap water itself in big regions like LA is actually pretty safe. The water that shows up in your faucet actually has a little bit of chlorine left in it from the initial treatment, and that's going to help kill anything that might want to crawl up inside the faucet. The fact that water is under pressure in your house and in the distribution system also keeps germs and viruses from getting in. Now, the water that you flush down the toilet or that goes down the shower drain, that might have coronavirus in it. And so that's going in a totally closed system to a wastewater treatment plant where it's going to be treated. And some of it discharged 5 miles out in the ocean after treatment, and other of it is disinfected with chlorine. So it's, for the most part, pretty safe.
Well, this is the 4th week of stay-at-home orders. What are you guys doing this weekend?
We have no idea what we're doing this weekend.
Same thing as yesterday and tomorrow, I guess.
Not going outside.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all on the newsroom of KPCC and LAist, and thank you for tuning in. Take care of yourself, take care of your family, and we'll see you on Monday.